Truly, the riveting journey. It's an emotional ride. I'm pumped. I started at Santa Monica just before the development of this game, and at the time I was working on God of War Ascension in a similar role. And probably about 6 months in, they did a presentation where he basically shared his vision. He was just so passionate. He had this very clear idea of a father and a son on an incredible journey, changing the character, changing the game, still making it feel like God of War. And now, coming 5 years later, the journey to get here feels as long as the journey that they're going on, and I couldn't be more excited. Mainline true the game about 25 to 35 hours. We've said that, and we stand by that. There's a lot to see. It's easily the longest and largest God of War game to date. I think the three key touchstones are combat, narrative, and exploration. Those all weave their way into how important we have fundamentally changed the game. And those three pillars are what's going to carry God of War into the future. The new camera, the relationship with his father and his son, continuing to open up and explore and dive deeper into this Norse universe. The journey that they're on right now is a catalyst for what's going to bring them together. They are going to learn so much about each other that by the end of the game, I think they will really feel like a truly bonded father and son. Bringing Atreus into this game was really probably the biggest signifier that we are taking Kratos somewhere new, that we're giving him more dimensionality. Kratos needs a reason to still be on this planet. He needs a reason to go on a journey. He needs new purpose, and that's who Atreus is. Atreus is the reason that Kratos is continuing to wake up every day and move on to the next one and get to the highest peak. Atreus' other primary role is being his ally, his support weapon. It is incredibly deliberate that Atreus is not just an escort mission. He's capable. He's upgradable. He is strategic. So it was critical to us at Santa Monica that we continued to create a strong single-player game, but that we gave Kratos new purpose in combat and story.
What is it?
Boy.
One, changing the camera just brings a fundamentally different emotional feeling to this game. So in old God of War games, you're looking at it from almost a sky point of view, and you don't really feel brought into the world. You don't feel as connected to the action. The camera now being unhinged over your shoulder, when a Draugr is racing at you and you're getting ready to throw that axe at his head, you feel like the momentum and the intensity of that, and that's only an over-shoulder camera can do. Oh, hugely important. The team spent a ton of time creating this world based on Norse history, Norse mythology, and even some inspiration from 80s fantasy films like The Neverending Story. Those three pillars together have kind of created this term that the art and environment team call mythical realism. And I think when you play this game, it feels like a world that you could actually go to. There are so many different secrets and things to discover in the game. It really adds a whole new layer to a God of War game that's never been seen before. There's definitely magic in the game. So as you progress in the game, you will unlock more runic abilities. So Kratos has these two gem slots on the axe, and you can mix and match this to unlock elemental abilities like an ice slam. All those things bring magic into the game. Atreus' arrows are imbued with electricity later down the road. So magic is a big part of the game.
All my dumb brothers got it, but I got all the talent. Look!
You know, past God of War games have been kind of a one-way street in your combat and kind of the way you can choose to play. Now, with more RPG-like elements, you have armor, you have your axe, you have different ways to upgrade each of those, whether in their abilities or giving them new elemental effects. And I think for the team, it just came back down to let's give the player more strategic choice, how they want to play this game.
Don't be too careful now.
I think we just want to continue to tell God of War fans that he may look like a different Kratos. He may have a different weapon. He may have a son. The camera might be unhinged. But the moment you pick up and play this, in the first 10 minutes or the first time you encounter the Draugrs, it's going to feel like a God of War game. This game feels as much like a God of War game as any past, and it feels like a natural next step. I think we are eager to see fans' response, and we are very confident that fans are going to love it.